Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the goddamn internet. So today we're gonna be speaking a little bit about crop circles. And there's this chick on Twitter, UA Peagle. She just shared some sick shit. Okay, some pictures, some details about it, and we're gonna be checking all this out. Crop circles are back, guys. Stay till the end because you're not gonna believe what the fuck all this means and what is happening. Okay, I always keep you updated, daily uploads, so subscribe, notifications on, and leave a like. Okay, I would appreciate you for that. Okay, so firstly we're just going to look into some of these posts and some of the history maybe about crop circles. Yeah, make sure you watch till the end, do not go anywhere. Okay, I promise it's worth it. But regardless, let's read this post. Okay, it's in the crops. Brand new crop circle just appeared at Hampton Hill near Devizes, what the fuck, Wiltshire, UK. So KSI, Sidemen crew, let's go investigate this shit, guys. Let's do it. Fresh, precise, otherworldly. Yeah, crop circles are so weird. They're so accurate. And I've been watching this show, Inside Job. They like joke about the outrageousness of all these conspiracy theories and crop circles and the government supposedly being everywhere, and you know there's just a team that's abusing their powers, because if you have the powers and you're not abusing it, why have it, right? They have that type of mentality. And who or what is trying to speak? ET, UAP intelligence, or something ancient that never left? Are these patterns, or are we being contacted? That's really interesting. Like, why would they communicate to it though? Like, maybe a device that can subtly do this to crops in specific detail from far away, because they can't build ships that can travel. But we already know some ET are here, if they do in fact exist. So this is just a really strange way of doing things. If it's from another dimension and somehow that's the reason for them communicating like this, that would be more plausible, right? Let me know what you think.
Crop circles. Those enigmatic patterns of flattened crops that appear seemingly overnight in fields across the globe have long captivated the imagination of believers, skeptics, and curious minds alike. These intricate designs, ranging from simple circles to elaborate fractals, spirals, and even pictograms, have sparked intense debate, particularly around the idea that some may be created by unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, as messages or markers from extraterrestrial beings. For a phenomena that blends mystery, science, and folklore, the UFO connection remains one of the most intriguing and polarizing aspects of crop circles. The phenomena gained prominence in the late 1970s and 1980s, particularly in Wiltshire, England, which became a hotspot for these formations. Fields of wheat, barley, and corn would suddenly bear massive, precise designs, some spanning hundreds of feet, that appeared too complex and rapid to be the work of humans, at least to some observers. Eyewitnesses occasionally reported seeing strange lights, glowing orbs, or even disc-shaped objects hovering near fields where crop circles later appeared. These accounts fueled speculation that UFOs were responsible, perhaps using advanced technology to manipulate crops with pinpoint accuracy. For believers, the sheer scale and geometric sophistication of certain formations, like the 1996 Juliusette fractal near Stonehenge or the 2001 Milk Hill Galaxy design with over 400 circles, pointed to an intelligence beyond human capability. Some researchers have attempted to provide scientific backing for the extraterrestrial hypothesis. Biophysicist W.C. Levengood, for instance, conducted studies in the 1990s and early 2000s, analyzing plant samples from crop circles. He claimed to find anomalies, such as elongated plant nodes, expulsion cavities, and microscopic iron particles, suggesting exposure to intense electromagnetic or microwave energy, not easily replicable by humans. Other investigators reported unusual electromagnetic readings or even radiation spikes in some formations, further stoking the idea of otherworldly technology at play. Proponents argue that these physical traces, combined with the speed of creation, often in a single night, make human involvement unlikely in at least some cases.
So I do not know about you guys, but I can just look at these crop formations all day long, different ones. Like, it's so, it's satisfying to look at for some reason. And I love the aspect that there's electromagnetic energy or all these surrounding things that could affect this. It really calls for more research into this topic as a whole.
However, the UFO theory faces significant skepticism. In 1991, two British men, Doug Bauer and Dave Chorley, famously admitted to creating hundreds of crop circles as a prank.
I actually remember this story when it just came out. There's been a few cases where these people just fake it just to get like tourism or something. I'm not really sure. But I do definitely think that not all of them is fake and not all of them was man-made. But it was really interesting just to see how these two blokes, right, from down the road, just use like simple tools to just like move around and create these with surprising accuracy. So that kind of hurt the reputation of this phenomenon quite a bit. Let me know if you've ever seen one. What do you think this is? Do you think it's natural? It's just odd overall.
Using simple tools like wooden planks, ropes, and a baseball cap with a wire loop for sighting lines. Their confession inspired other circle makers, and by the 2000s, organized groups were openly crafting elaborate designs as art or performance. Skeptics point out that no crop circle has ever been definitively linked to a UFO, and many formations show clear signs of human construction, like broken stalks or uneven patterns. Even Levengood's findings have been criticized for lacking peer-reviewed validation or for being explainable by natural processes. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the UFO crop circle connection persists in popular culture and among enthusiasts. Books, documentaries, and websites continue to explore the idea that these formations are cosmic messages, perhaps encoded with mathematical or astronomical significance. For example, some circles align with ley lines or ancient sites, prompting speculation about extraterrestrial interest in Earth's energy grid. Others interpret the designs as warnings about environmental crises or as attempts to communicate universal truths through sacred geometry. The debate over crop circles created by UFOs ultimately reflects a broader human fascination with the unknown. Are they hoaxes, natural phenomena, or evidence of alien contact? Without irrefutable proof like clear footage of a UFO crafting a circle or an artifact left behind, the question remains open. What's undeniable is the phenomenon's ability to inspire awe and wonder, whether viewed as terrestrial art or as a possible glimpse of something far beyond our world. As long as crop circles keep appearing, the mystery and the allure of the extraterrestrial will endure.
Hey guys, like this crop circle looks a lot like this, right? A little bit more things, but imagine like getting a crop circle tattoo. That would be so sick, right? But yeah, it looks really similar, which is really cool.
Now, let's take a look at this brand new crop circle discovered overnight, magically, in the UK just days ago.
Another really interesting thing to consider, right? These things happen overnight, so whether it's like humans being retards and going out and crafting this fake shit, for whichever reason, or whether it's like, odd phenomenon, anomalous phenomenon, it's happening overnight. So it's when people aren't out and about and doing things, or when people are mainly asleep, like when there's less consciousness, consciously aware, right? So I don't know if that connects to an aspect, but we gotta connect this puzzle, guys. And there's recently been a massive case in the UK. Check this out. You made it to the good part.
Now here's some pictures of the crop circles as well. And yeah, I admit they look very interesting, right? It's perfectly round. Nice shape in the middle there.
The dude who's talking right now, it sounds like his motherfucking nose is closed as fuck. Is it just me? But thanks for the commentary and explanations. We used it. Thank you, my good sir. Thank you. So, I don't know if you guys have ever watched Y-Files. I've been watching it for years, like it's grown so much. The content is so engaging and good. It's not Jesse Michaels level quite yet, but it's so fucking good. Yeah, he has a successful Patreon. I'm fucking jealous, okay? But yeah, so this guy, I've been watching him a long time. He has some really interesting takes. His storytelling ability is fantastic. And yeah, definitely check out his channel. Link down below. Hecklefish, really cool, really odd. I really hated it in the start, but after like a few videos, I kind of liked it. I don't even know what the fuck, you know.
Though crop formations seem like a new phenomenon, there's evidence they've been appearing for a long time. In the 9th century, Abegard, the Bishop of Lyon in France, wrote about parishioners who were possibly engaged in devil worship or paganism. They were collecting seeds out of flattened circles in the fields and using them for fertility rituals. In 1686, Robert Plot, a professor at Oxford, wrote about crop circles. He even drew pictures of a couple that appeared near his home. He said they were formed by a flash of light. And once they were formed, animals wouldn't go near them. Around the same time, a pamphlet was released called The Mowing Devil. It describes how a farmer woke to see a bright light in his field that he thought was fire. When he went to investigate, he found a crop circle. It's called the Mowing Devil because the farmer said the circle was so neatly mowed that it could not have been done by a mortal man. John Leland served as librarian to Henry VIII. He wrote about patterns appearing in grass overnight. In 1937, a British science journal reported circles found in a field of barley and even included one of the first photos taken of a crop circle. In 1945, this photo was taken by a balloonist working for the RAF Parachute Training School. In 1952, the U.S. Air Force investigated circles found in Kansas. In 1963, Sir Patrick Moore, an astronomer writing for the New Scientist journal, investigated a formation in Charlton.
In the wheat fields were features taking the form of circular or elliptical areas in which the wheat had been flattened. One very well defined was an oval, 15 yards long by 4.5 broad. There was evidence of spiral flattening, and in one case there was a circular area in the center in which the wheat had not been flattened.
One of the texts discovered in the Dead Sea Scrolls is the Book of Enoch. Enoch talks about lightning leaving marks on the earth. So these formations have been seen since the beginning of recorded history.
And that's not even the most frustrating fucking thing, right? The Vatican archive has so much books, documentation, you know, it's seen as factual shit, guys. So much info that is just not accessible to the public. I think that's so wrong. I don't know how you guys feel about that. There's things about ritual, about symbolism, like so much interesting shit we could be playing and experimenting with because we are curious human beings. It's in our nature, but we are denied access. Look at this, how fascinating this shit is, and it's not even, you know, it's not even nearly what is possible, and that's fucked.
Even though thousands of circles have been found, and many people claim to witness them forming, no one had ever caught it on camera until 1996. John Whaley was camping out on a hill in Wiltshire called Oliver's Castle, named for a fort that was built there many years ago. Around 3 a.m., something caught his eye. He grabbed his...
This does not look like 3 a.m., okay? Let me just say this right off the bat. Maybe it's night vision or some weird, you know, it's just, I don't know what it is. And this footage looks old, so maybe it's not. I don't know.
Video camera and captured footage of several glowing orbs hovering over a field. Then, like magic... Whoa!
Okay, that's absolutely fucked, right? Can anyone verify this footage? Is there any footage experts like these orbs? And we've been speaking about orbs so much these last few months, right? Just hang around there, you know, floating along. And maybe the technology that powers it creates these weird patterns that's like anti-gravitic or something. So if that might be the case and the US has mastered anti-gravity technology, maybe they can cause these as well. But different crops with different mechanisms maybe cause other crop circles. It's really weird to think about. And this video is so good, right? Am I right? Or are you not happy? You stay till the end. Are you not entertained, right?
Here's the formation from the air. Nobody can agree on what.
And then we have that case of the UAP being spoken about by various sources that was playing with the clouds, and then it realized it was being filmed, and it like swerved away. Like, the fuck? I want to see that footage, right? And why are these UAP playing in the clouds, right? So I wonder if these UAP orbs would react the same way if they knew or realized they were being filmed. And did they not know in this instance, right?
What crop circles mean, though most people believe they're messages. Now, this is frustrating to many researchers. They say, whoever's making these, why don't they just speak English? Well, in 2001, they did.
Intelligently controlled. You see, the object came down and it stopped for a long.
So there were actually still people walking down there, as you can see, while those motherfucking things were flying up above, out and about, just like in harmony, But I don't think the people saw or knew that these things were there. Maybe it's not visible to the eye, maybe just to a camera or a specific camera. I have no idea, but the fact that there were people right there in ET activity, it's crazy. I wish we could get in contact with them, but I have no idea where to start in knowing who the fuck those people are.
Nothing random about it. There's no movement in the prevailing wind.
I can't think what that is.
So another interesting food for thought, I think, is imagine someone remote viewing comes off as this little white sphere, right? Like, just odd. Just like if you made a movie, maybe that would be a thing you'd come up with, right? Yeah, that would be really interesting. Like, you remote view and you just come off as this little white fucking thing, and you're only picked up by cameras or certain cameras.
The definitive piece of evidence.
Can't run from a 38, go ahead and try.
Let your opinion be heard, you gotta make a choice.
Cause after I slit your throat, you won't have a fucking voice. Vote or die. Vote or die!
Okay, I'll vote.